Hey guys, I'm Colby Holt and you are watching rortv. rortv will be doing a series of investigative reports as well as monthly wrap-up news about what's going on here about Western. This week, we've been covering the walkout protest sponsored by your very own SGA.
This past Thursday, the Student Government Association decided to sponsor a walkout in response to the state only fulfilling 54% of the Council on Post-Secondary Education's recommendation of how much money our university deserves for 2007. Claiming that WKU only received $7,479,000 of the recommended $13,723,000. But as it turns out, the only place we could find these three numbers was in the sheet I received from Jeannie Johnson, the SGA president, when she gave them to me at our interview together. As I would soon find out, there is a lot of ambiguity when it comes to the matters of CPE recommendations and state appropriations and where information came from in general. So we decided to do some searching around to try and dig up the facts. First, I talked to Kevin Smiley, the SGA senator who seemed to be in charge of the whole operation.
Now the problem is, in 2006 and 2007, the percentage of the funding that was recommended that we actually got was 54%, which resulted in over $6 million in shortfall.
While Kevin Smiley says that the 54% came from last year, 2006 to 2007, Jeannie Johnson gave me this paper which seems to say that for next year, 2008, we received 54%. Which is it? Is the question we were left asking. So we went to Jeannie Johnson to try and clear up some information.
Would you say that the state is grossly underfunding our university?
I wouldn't necessarily say that we are grossly underfunded. I would say we're sorely underfunded.
Okay.
It's important to note that all universities across the state are kind of feeling the pressure. Especially in the recent years, the budget cuts have definitely been out of proportion and abnormal. But what I'd also like to point out is that not only are we underfunded for the state, but we're underfunded in comparison to our national benchmarks.
Benchmarks?
Benchmarks.
Sorry, Jeannie, we had to. It was too funny. The SGA stated on their flyer that this year WKU was given 54% of the CPE recommendation. Now, a lot of people are asking where those figures came from.
All of our figures were received by Chief Financial Officer here at Western and Meade.
The CPE recommended that we receive $91,762,200. And then on a chart obtained from Kentucky.gov, and I even checked with the Office of the Treasurer to verify that this is how much we actually received, it stated that we received $85,115,600. Mm-hmm. Now, with doing the math, that's actually 92% of the CPE's recommendation. So a lot of people are asking, is this protest justified?
We went to Ann Meade's office and tried to talk to her, but found out she wouldn't be available until the 15th. However, her secretary called us back and told us that she would say that she gave the SGA the information and she's sure that they did their numbers correctly. But all the other information seems to disagree.
We think that as a student, we should be able to find this information. It should be readily available to all of us. But the fact is, it just simply isn't.
Hey guys, we're here at the walkout sponsored by the SGA today, and this is everybody who has showed up. It's scheduled to start in about 5 minutes, and this is everybody that showed up so far. It looks like people are starting to get here, so let's go ask some people some questions. Okay, hey, so why are you here today?
I'm here to protest the fact that Frankfurt isn't giving us enough funding.
Do you know how much funding they're giving us this year?
Less than 50% of what we need.
Psst, your sign. It says 54%. 54% is more than 50.
Where would you say that this university is lacking? Where do you propose that the money goes?
I think it should go to expanding, improving things, basically helping with scholarships, too. A lot of people can't afford to go to school.
So what are you here protesting today?
Because we need more money for school. Because we shouldn't have to pay all this money out, and they should not raise tuition. The state needs to give us some money because that's why it's a public school.
What has SGA done on campus this year to help the students out besides this?
Actually, I am not sure about that question.
As it turns out, the SGA bought that pizza that you're holding.
What has SGA done for you this year?
As a past member of SGA, I know a lot what we do for the school as far for the campus, the community, just really representing our interests and everything like that.